Hello students. So today we have a very important and interesting topic, that is transformer, from chapter number 7, alternating current. So let's study about the transformer. First of all, what is transformer? So it is an electrical device which is used to convert an alternating current at low voltage to an alternating current at high voltage and vice versa of it. So if I have alternating current at low voltage, I can convert it into high voltage alternating current, or if I have an alternating current at high voltage, I can also convert it into alternating current of low voltage with the help of this device called transformer. So we can define transformer as an electrical device for converting an alternating current at low voltage into an alternating current at high voltage and vice versa, means opposite to that is also true. Then this device is called transformer. Now on the basis of which type of conversion it is doing, whether it is doing low voltage converting to high or whether it is converting high voltage to low, this transformer is of two types. So namely these two types are step up transformer and step down transformer. As the name suggests, step up transformer will increase the voltage and step down transformer will decrease the voltage. So if we have a transformer which increases the input voltage, जितना हमने इनपुट लगाया उसको इंक्रीज करके हमें आउटपुट में देगा, then it will be a step up transformer. And if it decreases the input voltage, then it will be a step down transformer. Or in short we can say that in step up transformer, input voltage is less than output voltage. Output voltage हमें ज़्यादा मिलता है in case of step up transformer, while in case of step down transformer, output voltage is less than input voltage, or input voltage ज़्यादा होता है as compared to output voltage. That means this transformer will give us the voltage after reduction, reduce करके हमें output में voltage देगा. Then such transformer is called step down transformer. Now what we have to study in this topic is the principle of transformer, its construction, theory and working. So these are the basic points जो हमें cover करने हैं, and after that we will study the uses or applications of transformer to complete this whole topic. So let's start with the principle of transformer. The transformer is an electric device which works on the principle of mutual induction. So in one word, it works on the principle of mutual induction. Now if we have to state it completely, then it will be whenever a changing current is passed through one of the two inductively coupled coils, an induced EMF is set up in the other coil, and that is the mutual induction. What is the phenomena of mutual induction? हमने पढ़ा है that whenever we have two coils such that the change in magnetic flux of one coil is linked with the other coil, means अगर प्राइमरी कॉइल में करंट चेंज होगा उससे रिलेटेड मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स चेंज होगा, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट there will be a change in magnetic flux in the neighboring coil also. Then that neighboring coil, or we call it as secondary coil, there will be some induced EMF set up in the secondary coil, or there will be some induced current in that coil. So this was the phenomena of mutual induction, and on this phenomena of mutual induction transformer is based. So principle of transformer is mutual induction. or in statement we can say that when a changing current is passed through one of the two inductively coupled coils an induced EMF is set up in the other coil. So फर्स्ट कॉइल में अगर करंट वेरी करेगा देन उसकी वजह से नेबरिंग कॉइल का जो मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स होगा, लिंक्ड मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स होगा, इट विल चेंज एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट एन इंड्यूस्ड EMF विल सेट अप देयर. This is the phenomena of mutual induction, and on this phenomena the transformer works on this principle. Next thing that we have to study is the construction, and to understand its construction we have to see its diagram. This is the diagram of a transformer, and this transformer consists of two coils. Here we have two coils P and S. P is the primary coil and S is the secondary coil. Primary means that coil जिसमें varying current is present, means this is the coil where we have applied the source, and because of this primary coil the magnetic flux linked with the secondary coil is changing, and as the magnetic flux linked with this coil change because of the phenomena of mutual induction, there will be an EMF set up in the secondary coil, and because of that EMF, that induced EMF, an induced current will also flow in that coil which is connected to the load. So this transformer consists of two coils of insulated copper wire having different number of turns. जो टर्न है इसके दैट शुड बी डिफरेंट. दिस इज इम्पॉर्टेंट बिकॉज ऑन डिपेंडिंग ऑन द नंबर ऑफ टर्न we decide that whether the transformer is step up or step down. Now the thing is कि अगर प्राइमरी में नंबर ऑफ टर्न कम है और सेकेंडरी में ज़्यादा है then we get output more than the input. Means the conclusion is कि जिस कॉइल में नंबर ऑफ टर्न ज़्यादा होंगे उस कॉइल से हमें रिजल्ट ज़्यादा मिलेगा एज कंपेयर टू द lower number of turns. So if number of turns in primary coil is less than the number of turn in secondary coil, secondary में number of turns ज़्यादा है तो output भी हमें ज़्यादा मिलेगा, and in that case this transformer will be a step up transformer. While if number of turns in primary coil are more than that in secondary coil, primary में ज़्यादा है and secondary में number of turns कम है, then in that case the output that we get from secondary coil will be less than that of input. secondary में अगर turn कम है तो ये हमें voltage को reduce करके देगा, and in that case the transformer will work as a step down transformer. So this is how the number of turn affect the working of transformer. So it is important that number of turns should be different in both coils. Next thing, these coils should wound on the same soft iron core. This is the soft iron core and the same soft iron core. एक ही iron core पर these coils should be wounded. The coil to which we have supplied the energy is called primary coil and is denoted by P, and the coil which is drawing this energy or on which we are getting the output is called secondary coil and is denoted by S. Now to prevent the energy losses because of the eddy current, as we studied that on the surface of metal blocks there are some eddy currents, and because of those eddy currents there are energy losses. So to reduce or to prevent these energy losses due to eddy currents, we are using a laminated core. Okay, to prevent eddy currents we are using a laminated core instead of a single block. These are separate layers separated by a varnish kind substance. Also, the material of core is soft iron, and because of the high permeability of soft iron, entire magnetic flux actually, due to the current in the primary coil practically remains in the iron core, and therefore it passes completely through the secondary coil. Since the core material that we are using is a soft iron core which is highly permeable, so because of that high permeability, जितना भी magnetic flux primary के साथ linked है, it will retain completely in that core. Or since this whole magnetic flux is retained in the core, and secondary coil is also wounded over the same core, so that magnetic flux is completely linked with the secondary coil, and because of that we can prevent some stray currents that are generated in the conductors that are lying around, and we can prevent power losses because of this. So now जितने भी points हमने discuss किए, we are going to conclude all those in the section of construction. So construction में what points we have? First of all, it consists of two coils, and these coils are of insulated copper wire and wound on same, this is important, same soft iron core. एक ही core के ऊपर हमने इनको wound करना है, same soft iron core. Next point, number of turns in these coils should be different, these should not be same. Next thing, coil to which source is connected और जिसको हम electrical energy provide करा रहे हैं, we are providing electric energy, is called primary coil and is denoted by P, and other one which is drawing energy or on which output is obtained, जिस पर हमें output मिल रहा है, is called secondary coil and is denoted by S. Next thing is, since the core material that we are using is of soft iron and there can be eddy current, and because of that there can be losses, so to prevent energy losses because of the eddy currents, we are using laminated core. This laminated core is used to prevent the eddy current losses in transformer. Also, we are using soft iron core, and this soft iron core has high permeability, so the entire magnetic flux due to current in primary coil retains or remains in the core and passes fully through the secondary coil. Okay, so this flux passes thoroughly, completely to the secondary coil. Also, next thing that we have to keep in mind that this can also prevent stray currents which are being generated in the conductors lying around the transformer. So this prevent stray currents generated in the conductors lying around and prevent power loss. So this is also because of the soft iron core and its high permeability. Since it is high permeability, so the magnetic flux that was present is completely retained in the coil. उसके बाहर कुछ भी नहीं जाएगा. So जो आसपास conductors होंगे, there will not be any stray current generated in that conductors, and due to that there will be no power loss. We can prevent power loss by using soft iron core which has high permeability. So this is the whole construction of transformer. Now we will move to the working of transformer. As we know that the transformer works on the principle of mutual induction. So in working, that is the only thing which actually participate in the whole process. So transformer looks like this. This is the basic diagram of transformer, in which we have the soft iron core and both primary and secondary coils are wounded over this core. In primary coil we have supplied electrical energy by using an alternating source. So when the electric current or alternating electric current flows through the primary coil, it generates an alternating magnetic flux or changing magnetic flux in the core, and that magnetic flux also passes through the secondary coil. Okay, so क्या हुआ है, as we applied this alternating source here, so an alternating current passes through primary coil, and because of that changing or varying magnetic flux linked with that coil, or it generates in the core. Because of the alternating current passing through the primary coil, a varying magnetic flux generates in the core. Since the core is same for secondary coil, so this changing magnetic flux is also connected to the secondary coil. That means this changing magnetic flux also passes through the secondary coil. Since there is a changing magnetic flux in primary coil and secondary coil, so what we get is, because of this magnetic flux, there are two things that we get. First is self induced EMF in primary coil, because this magnetic flux is actually in primary coil, so it produces self induced EMF in primary coil. And if there is no leakage of magnetic flux, then the whole flux is linked with each turn of the primary coil will also be linked with the each turn of secondary coil. Then it will also cause an induced EMF because of the phenomena of mutual induction, an induced EMF in secondary coil. And the reason for this is that if there is no leakage of magnetic flux, then flux linked with each turn of primary coil is equal to flux linked with each turn of secondary coil. So no leakage का means है there is no loss of magnetic flux. That means जितना magnetic flux primary coil से connected है उतना ही magnetic flux secondary coil से connected होगा. And to satisfy this condition we are using the same soft iron core. Same iron core use करने का reason ही यही है that we want that there is no leakage of magnetic flux. We don't want any kind of leakage. That's why we are using the same soft iron core for both the coils. Because of using the same soft iron core, there is no leakage of magnetic flux. Flux linked with each turn of primary coil is equal to the flux linked with each turn of secondary coil. So two phenomena are happening here. First is self induction, that is in primary coil because of the changing magnetic flux in primary coil itself. Second is induced EMF in secondary coil, that is mutual induction. And induced EMF we are getting in secondary coil because of the changing magnetic flux in primary coil. प्राइमरी कॉइल में मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स चेंज होने की वजह से प्राइमरी में ही हमें इंड्यूस्ड ईएमएफ मिल रहा है, दैट इज सेल्फ इंडक्शन. प्राइमरी कॉइल में मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स चेंज होने की वजह से हमें सेकेंडरी में इंड्यूस्ड ईएमएफ मिल रहा है, दैट इज म्यूचुअल इंडक्शन. सो दीज बोथ प्रोसेस आर गोइंग ऑन साइमल्टेनियसली. सो दिस इज द वर्किंग ऑफ transformer. Now moving to its theory and the mathematics part. So as we studied that both phenomena of self induction and mutual induction are going on, means we are getting two induced EMF, one in primary coil and the one in secondary coil. So consider a situation when no load is connected to the secondary coil, means the secondary coil has open terminal. So we are considering a situation when there is no load connected to secondary coil. In that case the terminals are open. We can also say that terminals are open. Now if capital N1 and capital N2 are the number of turns in primary and secondary coils, we can also let them NP and NS. Sometimes we find in books that it is written as NP and NS. We are using N1 and N2, but if you find NP and NS, then it means number of turns in primary coil and number of turns in secondary coil respectively. So induced EMF in primary coil, first we are talking about induced EMF in primary coil P. This will be epsilon 1 is equal to minus N1 d phi over dt. This is the induced EMF in primary coil. Similarly, induced EMF in secondary coil, epsilon 2 is equal to minus N2 d phi over dt. Here phi is the magnetic flux linked with each turn of primary or secondary coil at any instant. Now primary or secondary coil we are taking because we consider the situation in which there is no leakage of magnetic flux. That means the flux linked with each turn of primary and the flux linked with each turn of secondary are same. So that's why whether you are saying it as the magnetic flux of P or of S, one and the same thing, no problem in that. One more point is there, जैसे आप यहाँ पर N1 N2 को NP NS consider कर सकते हैं. Similarly we can find somewhere these EMFs can be written as epsilon P or epsilon S. So whether 1 or 2 or P or S in suffix, but the thing is same, primary and secondary coil. Now we are taking the ratio of these two values. So epsilon 2 upon epsilon 1 is equal to n2 upon n1. That means the ratio of induced EMF epsilon 2 upon epsilon 1 is equal to the number of turns n2 upon number of turns n1. This is the ratio of EMF induced in secondary coil to that of the primary coil. Now if epsilon is the EMF applied to the primary, if we are applying EMF that we are applying from the source, if epsilon is the EMF applied to, this is applied to primary coil because we are connecting source with primary only, then in that case using Lenz law, the self induced EMF जो primary coil में setup हुआ है epsilon 1, it should be like that it opposes epsilon because it opposes its cause, and cause for it is epsilon only. So using Lenz law, what we find that the induced EMF epsilon 1 should oppose the EMF epsilon, that was the EMF of source. So net EMF of the primary coil or resultant EMF in primary coil, it will be epsilon minus epsilon 1. Now this EMF sends current I1 through the primary coil of resistance R. If because of this EMF, this resultant EMF is sending current I1 through the primary coil of resistance capital R, then in that case this EMF should be equals to RI1. Okay, this EMF should be RI1, but the coil is something which has a very small resistance, means if the resistance R is small, so because of that the term RI1 is also small and can be neglected. So in such situation epsilon minus epsilon 1 will equals to be 0 if we are neglecting it. So we can say that approximately equals to 0, or epsilon should be equal to epsilon 1. Then according to this what we find is that epsilon 1 can be regarded as the input EMF and epsilon 2 as the output EMF. Okay, so epsilon 1 can be regarded as input EMF and epsilon 2 can be regarded as output EMF. ऐसा क्यों किया हमने, उसका रीज़न ये है दैट आउटपुट EMF में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, सेकेंडरी कॉइल में वी आर गेटिंग आउटपुट एज epsilon 2, there is no issue, but in primary coil there are two EMFs present. First that we are applying, second that is set up in the coil because of the self induction. So because of these two EMF the resultant that we get is epsilon minus epsilon 1, and this resultant EMF in the coil cause the current I1 flowing through the coil. Because of that this voltage, this EMF actually equals to resistance into current. If R is the resistance of the coil then it is R into I1. Now since the coil is a conducting coil, that's why its resistance is small, and as its resistance is small, so we can neglect the term RI1. This term is also small. Since this is a small term, so we can write that the difference between these two EMF is approximately 0, or the two are almost equal. So that's why we consider that epsilon is actually equals to epsilon 1. So epsilon 1 can be regarded as the input EMF and epsilon 2 as output EMF, and the ratio of these two, epsilon 2 upon epsilon 1, is equal to ratio of output EMF upon input EMF, and this is equal to the ratio of number of turns, that is N2 upon N1. Okay, so this is the main condition, that the ratio of number of turns N2 upon N1 is equal to the ratio of output EMF to that of input EMF, and this ratio is called turns ratio, or sometimes it is also called transformer ratio. The remaining part of transformer we will cover in the next video, that is the second part of this video. So for that, stay tuned. Thank you.